So today we'll talk about Peter Rabbit. How bad was the movie? Was the movie really that bad? Or is it another underrated movie? So when you talk about movies that get critically panned, this is one of the animated movies that people usually point to as the downfall of animated movies. Oh, that's the second movie. We're talking about the first movie. The second movie I'm probably not gonna see. But the second movie, the second Peter Rabbit movie, basically, you know, the first one came out. It was critically panned. You know, and is it that bad? Well, we have these scores like The Guardian 1 out of 5 or something like that. It isn't as bad as The Guardian made it out to be, or some of these people online. It is not the worst movie out there. There are worse kids movies out there for kids to watch, but this movie is a pretty negative movie at the whole. Again, this movie's like whole memo is supposed to overcome selflessness. Basically, greed was just one of the big bad sins, the seven deadly sins. This movie is basically like you have to overcome greed and you have to sell. Like that's the whole message of the movie, as well. But it isn't really that great of a movie. Basically, the rabbits basically take it so far, as to blow up their own home, to basically beat up a guy, basically throw stuff that he's allergic to at him, to basically get him to go away. And basically, at the end, the rabbit had to admit to all the things he did, basically, at the end of the movie, there, because he couldn't accept the fact that someone else lived there. And it's just, the generic, kids' movies, you know. And Peter Rabbit is not that great of a movie. There are definitely much better movies out there than Peter Rabbit. But, again, do I believe that it deserves all those one-star reviews or deserves to be on the worst movies of 2018? No, there's worse movies that came out in 2018 than Peter Rabbit. You know, I think there's even worse animated movies that came out during that time as well. So, it is not the worst one of the worst animated movie of 2018. There are definitely worse movies that have come out in 2018 alone. I can already think of a few, but I'm not going to tell you them because you never know. Someone might get angry that I might put, the one of their favorite movies on there. And yeah, it definitely was better than the overrated sequel to The Incredibles. So that's basically it. Goodbye.